Have you ever made an omelet before?
Nope.
Okay, well today is the day. Madison, why don't you go ahead and crack an egg just a little bit harder. There you go. Pull the shell, pull it apart. Hey, you struck it right. Very nice. Evan? Put a little salt and pepper in there. Kids like salt. Let's just put just a modest amount of salt in there. Now this pepper comes out real fast, so just be really careful. Big holes in that container.
So just put that
Perfect. Madison, you want to do the honor there? Stir those eggs up. Beat those eggs. We want the egg nice and beat because it's going to stretch across the length of the pan. And we're going to flip it on over. Now, an omelet is something that you can easily make by yourself, but one of the things that you really need to make sure you do is ask your parents' permission beforehand so you can turn on the stove. Okay, I'm going to let that pan down just a little bit. And we're going to try to use a non-stick pan for an omelet because you're going to let the omelet cook in the pan and then flip one side over the other side after you put your ingredients in the middle. So you want a nice non-stick pan to do this. And we like to use a couple of different things that you can use to make your omelet turn over easier. And what we're going to use today is butter. You can use oil or you can use some of the spray oil, but we're going to use butter. So why don't you go ahead and pop that butter in the pan there. Okay.
It slides. It
It's going to
flies.
slide around. Slide around.
It's a figure skater piece of butter.
Except we can't do any flips. Can't do any triple axles with the butter.
Nope.
So.
Or any spins or jumps. Anything like that.
Now, there's lots of things that you can put in an omelet. We're going to put cheese, but you can put sausage, you can put bacon.
Eggs.
And, oh, wait, you need the eggs, that's for sure.
It's
You
like
can even put spinach, you can put mushrooms in an omelet. Some people even
celery.
you could put celery if you dice it up. Some people put shrimp in an omelet.
Peppers.
Peppers, you can put peppers in an
Ham.
omelet. Ham. When I was a little boy, I used to put bologna in my omelet. So we'll get that butter.
Parmesan
Nice
cheese.
Parmesan cheese would be wonderful to put in an omelet too. So, Evan, why don't you do the honor and pour that egg right into that pan. Okay. And I'm just going to let that cook up. This is going to take just a few minutes we want the egg to get a little bit hard. We don't want it to be so soft up on the top. You see how it's still kind of runny? But if you look, you'll see the bottom is starting to cook.
Yeah, it's like starting to get hot.
Yeah, so it takes about 2 or 3 minutes for it to get just right. So why don't you tilt it back and forth, and we'll be able to. You can see how. You can see it's still just a little bit runny.
Like it's starting to have a little bump in the middle.
And you're starting to see some little bumps in there. We're getting a little bit of sizzling because that egg
Can
is
I put
cooking.
the cheese?
Well, just in a couple of seconds, and then we'll put the cheese in there. An omelet is something that you need to take time. There's professional omelet makers. They just do it really, really quick because their pans are nice and hot, and they're professional chefs, so they do a lot of this stuff here. And they don't even use a spatula to flip it over like we're going to have to. They just do this one move here, and it flips right over. Kind of like a pancake.
Yeah, they also do that with pizzas.
And this is almost like a pancake.
Yeah, because it's really big.
An egg pancake. an egg crepe. I think it's just
So you
about
put
right. Now what you want to do is when you put the ingredients in, you want to put it on one half of the circle of the omelet. So, because when you flip it over, this way you have a nice neat flip. So go ahead and add some cheese in there. You too, Evan. We'll concentrate on this half on your side over here. You know, you go ahead and just put some cheese in there. You want to make sure that you don't touch the pan because it can be very hot.
You just
I did, didn't I? It is hot. Go ahead, put some more cheese in there. We're going to make it nice and cheesy. That's when we eat it. Go ahead. One of the things that you can't be shy about when you're cooking, you have to kind of cook with gusto and put the cheese in there because you want it to be nice and stringy. There, just
need cook with
one
happiness.
more, Evan.
Cook
There
with
we go.
happiness.
Yes. Okay, now we're going to do the flip. And Madison, you do the flip on this omelet here. You put the cheese over here.
So you get that side and flip it onto the cheese?
Mm-hmm. You just get your spatula and you get right under the omelet like this. And you kind of flip this side over like that, and move it over to the middle of the pan, and push it down a little bit. That's perfect. And you'll see that cheese is all nice and melty in there. You can see it. It's almost smiling. Look at that. Look at that. Smiling, saying, oh, I'm going to be a good cheesy omelet. Now, some people will go ahead and just take the omelet off like this, but since we've got a non-stick pan, we're just going to slide it off. So Evan, why don't you go ahead and take this and bring it on over and slide it right onto the plate. Be careful not to touch anybody with that pan because it's hot. Perfect. Make sure we turn this off. Put that over to the side there. And here we have one cheese omelet. About 10 minutes.
Happy? Oh.
It's very happy. I think maybe we should maybe get a little ketchup out of the refrigerator a little bit and put some on the other side there. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Evan's enjoying the omelet already. How is it?
Good.
Can you taste the butter? Can you taste the pepper? Can you taste the salt? How about the cheese? How about a nose?
Yeah.
More wonderful things you can do with food. Make it fun! Hey, there it is! Cooking should be fun, because it is fun. I'm going to take a little bit of this too. It's not too hot?